Right, 30 April 2025, and today I'm going to be giving you a detailed view of what has happened in court with the comrade Nyoka Mabunu. He has appeared 2 times today in court, and I want to take you through who is the complainant in the first case, what is the case about, and then in the second case, I want to take you through the extradition. What is the extradition about, and what has happened to Comrade Nyoka Mabunu as we speak? So, Comrade Nyoka Mabunu was heavily tortured. About a week ago, someone entered the cell and tortured him, but he's already healed. That is on top of the torture that he suffered when they abducted him in Port Elizabeth. So he's looking very good, and I'm going to show you a picture. So you guys, I want to show you a picture. He's going to appear again in court. That is on the 9th. 2 cases have been put together. They've been combined. However, I've talked to the attorneys that we hired, and the strategy is that we need to take the case from the magistrate's court and put it in the high court so that it moves faster. Otherwise, Comrade Nyoka Mabunu will be in court, will be in jail for 12 months in the minimum. The attempt to extradite Comrade Nyoka Mabunu today has failed, and I'm happy about that. They are not able to extradite him without going through a certain process. So this is the document. Sorry, I'm putting in the wrong document that they were trying to use to extradite him. That's not it. Is this one? That is the warrant of arrest. So this case, it says Wellington Masiwa is supposed to go and serve a sentence on a charge of fraud. So I'll put this one for you. That is the warrant of arrest which Interpol used to arrest him in court. So when I'm talking about arresting him in court, he was sitting and the case was being heard. Then as soon as they finished to hear the case, the Interpol agents came and stood on the left of him, and then they arrested him in front of the court, inside the court. So let me now go through what the lawyer said first before I go everywhere else. So our lawyer from Malachela Inc., she spoke to me as she left. Let me show you what she said.
So good morning, and thank you for joining me this morning. I'm here with the attorney for Comrade Nyoka Mabunu. How are you doing this morning?
I'm well. How are you?
Yes, fantastic. Please, can you introduce yourself and let us know what is taking place in court?
Okay, I'm Ms. Govender. The matter has been postponed for the 9th. The reason for this is because there's 2 matters. One is a fraud, and there's another matter as well for an extradition, and we hope that something positive and fruitful comes out of it, in a sense where we try and protect this guy's life. That's the most important priority, because there's a death sentence waiting for him in Zimbabwe. We cannot allow that.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. So you had the attorney, and there are 2 cases. One is for fraud, and I'll take you through what happened, who is opening the fraud charges, when did they come up, and what happened, what is going to happen. So let me start with Malachela attorneys. Malachela attorneys, we hired them using the funds for this particular day that was raised by you guys. So there was another attorney who is also involved in the case. So in total, we have 4 attorneys. So we've got an advocate and 3 attorneys dealing with this matter. And unfortunately, the money that was raised, like the 5,000 we raised, is only enough for today. And the money, some other people contributed money, who is not me, before. So someone contributed other amounts of money for the last 2 sessions when I didn't know about the case. So let me tell you what the case is about, the fraud case. The fraud case is coming from one guy from Bulawayo. He said in 2014, so he's the one who reported Comrade Nyoka Mabunu. Comrade Nyoka Mabunu was abducted. And after he was abducted, they kept him. When they returned him to the court, the complainant is one guy, Usmanda from Bulawayo, who reported and said in 2014, Comrade Nyoka Mabunu sold him some sofas and did not deliver. And the amount involved is $25,000. So that is the first case. And when he was asked when this happened, he said in 2014, and he was then asked, this money, if we give you the money, are you going to cancel the case? And he said no, he wants the extradition. So he wants him to be in jail. The second one is to do with the residential stands. So there's quite a number of things that they put together. Someone said that he sold the residential stand for $4,000 and he did not deliver the stand and went to South Africa. And as you can see, they are claiming that there's a judgment. So you saw what I said here. They are saying he must come to serve his sentence. So it's not to be tried, it's to serve the sentence. So that is what they're saying, this warrant of arrest, which was issued on the 29th. And let's see who issued this warrant of arrest. It's a magistrate. I'm not seeing the name, but I'll put this on Gapako for you guys to see it. So those are the 2 cases. One where someone says the residential stand, and another one where someone says some sofas were not delivered. And when he was asked which company, he said something about TV sales and hire, something of that nature. But I'll get those papers, you'll be able to see them. So this warrant of arrest you're seeing here is with regard to him being taken to Zimbabwe to serve for those particular cases, fraud cases. So that is the 2 cases why he is currently being detained. Now there is a complication of documents. And I said this in the morning. Comrade Nyoka Mabunu's real name is Wellington Masiwa. He was born in 1987. However, the government of Zimbabwe has presented a passport to Comrade Nyoka Mabunu, which is from 1977. So they are saying this is Nyoka Mabunu's passport. However, Comrade Nyoka Mabunu is saying, no, this is not my passport. The picture is correct, everything is correct, but it's not his date of birth. And when they go into the system of South Africa, that person who is being given that date of birth and who's got those particulars has got criminal record in South Africa, a big criminal record. So when they applied for extradition, that means automatically Comrade Nyoka Mabunu must face fraud charges in South Africa, which he doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to face fraud charges that he doesn't know anything about. So that's the complication. I've got the correct documents where Comrade Nyoka Mabunu is from 1987. That is his year of birth. But the Zimbabwe government was then given those documents last week. And the embassy of Zimbabwe here, they said they do not know those documents. Those documents are fake. Those documents are not the documents on the system. So now the court is saying, who is this person that is in front of us? They do not want to deal with him because they don't know who he is. And they cannot use the asylum because they're saying that person who's applying for asylum has got a criminal record, and therefore it will end up the same. If he was to be given granted asylum, he's got a criminal record in South Africa, and he will still end up in jail. So Comrade Nyoka Mabunu is not the person Remember, I told you when I went to court, I saw 2 pictures on the system of the court, and his fingerprints are not the same as those of that person who's got a criminal record. Comrade Nyoka Mabunu is totally clean. So now we've got 3 things: the 2 fraud cases, the extradition, and then the documents. So what the court has done, and that is senior prosecutor, I think it's called Yusuf Dada, he is asked for the cases to be combined. Yes, he has asked for the 2 cases to be combined. And on the 9th, Comrade Nyoka Mabunu is going to go back to court. The 9th is Friday next week. He's going to go to court again. So in terms of strategy, what we need to do is to do 2 things. The first thing we need to do is we need to move this case from the magistrate's court to the High Court. That needs an advocate. So we need an advocate, and therefore there's going to be a requirement for funds. And I've told you that this is not your responsibility. It's the responsibility of certain people who are going to approach human rights organizations. We're going to do it. And as soon as I get the quotations, I'll let you guys know. You've done your part for now. Where we've reached, it was because of you. If there's a shortage, I'll come back to you and say, this is what has happened. But we're going to approach human rights organizations and so forth, because this is obviously trumped up charges. But before I forget, let me show you Comrade Nyoka. So this is him in court. I've got a little snippet. It's him entering court. So we're not making it up. I talk some crazy people right now who said Nyoka this, Nyoka that. That is Nyoka. If you didn't see it, let's see it again. Right, he's wearing a beautiful blue suit. His injuries have healed. He was beaten very badly and was injected. So we need to get him out of there as soon as possible. We don't want this thing to continue. This is a human rights violation. We don't want it to continue. So we need to make sure that it gets out of there. And what they're doing now, the Zimbabwe government, is illegal and it's not allowed. So we don't want it. So we need to get him out as soon as possible. It's our job to get out Comrade Nyoka Mabunu. He's committed no crime. These are trumped up charges, so we don't like it. So now, as I said, the strategy is simple. We need to move this case to the High Court. So on the 9th, that is what we want to do, but we need funds so that we have our lawyers paid. Currently, our lawyers are not being paid what they're supposed to be paid. They're doing almost pro bono work. And the money that we've received is sufficient for what has happened up to this point. So up to today, we've got 4 lawyers. We've paid all the lawyers up to today. It's up to date, up to today. What we now need to do is to prepare for the 9th. You know that an advocate costs about 50K just to hire an advocate for such a case. And then once it gets to the High Court, it's going to be a much better case. But the prosecutor, he said, there is something else. I'm very worried about that statement. He said there's something else. And I don't know what that something else is. I tried to ask the attorneys to say, what could be wrong? What could be the case? But they say that my friend doesn't know what is coming. So they've said that they've got something else. So I hope that we get this information of what it is that they've got. But otherwise, Friday is coming. I'm having to travel up and down multiple times from Cape Town. But if I'm not there, most of you guys are scared. You're scared of being killed by Mnangagwa. So you won't go. And even the journalists in Johannesburg, they won't go. They're afraid of being killed by Mnangagwa. But Mnangagwa will not kill me at all. Ndi homeboy wangu. Chamisa ndi homeboy wangu. Mnangagwa homeboy wangu pa Bikita. Apana anundibata. Saka, that's why you see me. Nishienda ipapo. Guys, we need to take this very seriously. We cannot allow Nyoka to go through what is happening now. So let's not allow it. I would like to appreciate everyone who's helped. You cannot believe what has happened behind the scenes. There is a lot that's happening. There are guys who came there to provide security for me and also for other things. There were guys who were there. I would like to thank you for coming. And I'm going to be approaching other people to ask for more favors. When I do come, please help us. Comrade Nyoka saw me and is very appreciative. We are going to make other plans that we won't announce here. So for now, we're not going to announce anything here. But you must know that something's happening. I would like also to thank some people in Zimbabwe whose names I won't mention, who have helped us with securing the lawyers and also with making sure that we get up to this point with the little money that we've got. That really helped. And you guys, you cannot believe how many people in Zimbabwe are engaged with this thing. So if you want to help, here is my number. You go over there and if you're in South Africa, I can e-wallet there. We'll then combine the monies and we'll do what needs to be done. I saw someone talking about the family. The family of Comrade Nyoka Mabunu, I have tried my best to talk to them, but they don't have papers. Most of them don't have papers, so they are afraid of going to these places. So let's not try to involve them, except if they're willing. My number is on the screen. If you are the wife of Comrade Nyoka Mabunu, if you are the family, contact me there. Comrade Nyoka Mabunu is going to be in jail for at least 12 months. If we don't go to the High Court, he's going to be in jail for 12 months. Don't allow it to happen that way. So take this thing that I'm offering now. Let's put him to the High Court. And that needs an advocate and our 3 attorneys. Right, let me go into other things. Let me see if I've forgotten anything. Let me look at the comments. Ndo Paulo na kuti manyepo. ACIY, it add up. So far 25,000. Residual 24,000. Unuvaona kuti chacho mahwani. Yes, this is trumped up. Is Comrade Nyoka Mabunu still alive? Let me show you. Very alive. I like that man. He is so brave. The way he stands, it can tell you, Kuti, he's amazing. I like it. I like it very much. They beat him up. They sent people to beat him up in court, in jail over the weekend. And he's already healed. They beat him up so bad. And our attorneys were advised of this thing, that they beat him up very badly. And next time, it's going to be an international situation if that happens again. So that has been made clear to the jail. So on top of that, as I said, if this case stays in the lower courts, it's going to become a problem. So we need to move it to the high courts, which is the High Court, as soon as possible. Martin Chiruka says, you are cruel, Gambakwe. I don't know what you're talking about. Pedzanya yako, Shamari. Nyora upedze. Yeah, we're waiting for you, Martin, to write your full story, write your comment in full. Don't write Bijan. And then someone asked about Interpol. So I want to show you about Interpol. Interpol was there. I don't want to show you the picture of Interpol, but let me see if she is there.
So good morning, and thank you for joining me this morning. I'm here with the attorney for Comrade Nyoka Mabunu. How are you doing this morning?
I'm well, how are you?
Yes, fantastic. Please, can you introduce yourself and let us know what is taking place in court?
Okay, I'm Ms. Governor. The matter has been postponed for the 9th. The reason for this is because there's 2 matters. One is a fraud, and there's another matter as well for an extradition, and we hope that something positive and fruitful comes out of it, in a sense where we try and protect this guy's life. That's the most important priority, because there's a death sentence waiting for him in Zimbabwe. We cannot allow that.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so one of the Interpol guys just walked inside that frame that you're watching. That is one of the of the Interpol guys, he was wearing blue, if you rewind that thing. So now let me look at details. So advocate Christopher Machingura, that is he appeared on the first hearing and on the second hearing. And then he's been joined now by our attorneys, Malahlela attorneys. They have joined. So now we have 4 lawyers. 1 advocate is joining and the 3 attorneys. And the more the merrier. Guys, if you want, in South Africa, you want to be part of this, I'm sure with no consultant na advocate, na attorney Machingura, one consultant with this situation, he's in charge right now, Chris Machingura. So he's going to be able to assist if you want to help here. As I said, this is very important. We don't want this to stay at the lower courts. He's a very busy man. He's flying from, like yesterday, he flew from Durban to come for this case. And honestly, do you know how much it costs for him to spend a day in Johannesburg when he's got cases all over South Africa? Sometimes he's in Durban. Some of the people that he's representing are shocking. They're big names. So he's doing this. And my understanding is that the family cannot afford it. So people have been helping. And we can contact human rights organizations in Geneva. Please call me. When we get the quotation is coming. Within the next day, I'll have the quotation. And I won't share it here, but we're going to go to a few people. If you know anyone who can help us with these fees, we want to move this to the High Court as soon as possible. And it's our job to make sure that it's moved to the High Court, not staying in the Magistrate Court. That's what I've been told by the attorneys. And what we are going to do then is, once the funds are secured, we are going to pay them over. But remember, so it's Malahlela and Co. Attorneys Inc. Based at 8A Reed Lane, Jamestown. And I would like to thank our attorney. You saw her there very well. And also, as I said, our other attorney, who is currently the lead on this case, who is Chris Machingura. Very, very well done. Good job to these guys for what they did today. And on the 9th, I hope that they come back and do the most. As you can see, I've tried to cover everything. Now I want to invite, do you see our Panama channels? All the guys with channels, I know they like to ask questions. I'm going to invite them here. So if you've got a channel, I've made it so that this link can also post to your channel. Now it's QA, question and answer. If you click there, you can then go and also post part of this video on your channel if you've got a question. And did knows where actually confused about, because we got a call. Now, guys, my bloggers are very different. Our funders are now confused what to do because of the information that is coming out. Thank you very much, Magets. Please WhatsApp me. We want this help as much as possible. Please do. This case is very important, but we still need to keep the attorneys we've got. So if you are able to contribute anything, do so. And if you're able to put us in touch with people who are able, please help us so that we don't have a problem. So as I said, Panama channels, hey, you didn't call me. I've put it out there. Go in now and ask questions if you want to ask questions. Otherwise, forever, hold your peace. We don't want to confuse people. There is no one who has ever traveled as much as I did on this case or moved around as much as I did. As risky as it is for me, I have done it. So if you want to make a video, join now and we'll put you on the screen. I know most of these bloggers, they don't show their faces. But join now and ask a question. Because it's confusing people. And Nyoka is going to stay longer and longer in jail. if people keep on talking about different stories. So if you want to ask a question, click that link. You'll be on the screen right now. But I only want the people who are never blogs. So I did mangwana kuzozwa munhu achiti gamba azodai, gamba azodai. And did this. Okay. Let's see. Who else is asking? We need new leaders in Zimbabwe, not Amasela. Yes, Mkoma Dumisani. And then, well done, Gambakwe. Thank you very much to everyone. I see Winnet. Winnet, please put your camera on. Winnet, please put your camera on. I want a blogger. I don't want a general pay. I don't want to face yake. Where is Chafuta? Where is Chafuta? Ngawe pano Chafuta. Abunze question zake iko zvino. Toda kuti auye. Andidi munhu anozoconfuse vanhu after this. Because Comrade Nyoka Mabunu is in jail. And we want to make sure that we are all aligned. We support him. We only want people who support Comrade Nyoka. So atidi vanhu vanozotucha pano nezvi. How much do you pay the lawyers? I will not tell you the amount. But let me tell you how much we raised. Currently, the total amount that is being paid by lawyers, to lawyers, including the first 3 appearances, is about 20K for 4 lawyers. That's what I want to tell you. Not what I paid, but other people also, about 20K. But don't make it about the money. The money that is required is about, if you are going to go for 12 months, is about 200K. But that's nothing. Mune mari vani mimi. Mune mari. Atide vanhu vanobvunza zvimari zvinabasa zvima 5,000. You know how many times I flew 3 times? How much do you think it costs to fly 3 times? Between Cape Town and Joburg. And where do you think I sleep? And when I'm flying, what do you think I eat? You will buzz and it. You need to know about it. Let us say. And it's kind of to fly. Like since morning I was there. How do you think I make money? Am I a government official? Like, do you think I'm a government official? Do you think the 3 advocates and attorneys are government officials? So let's make sure that we cover the costs. But this is not public information. People who contribute here don't want to be known. So the people that have contributed money, they've asked me specifically not to mention their names. So atidi vanhu vanozotiji wana DJ Holy ngati mfonere. Ngati bvunza uyu. Anditoa mubvunza kuti abvunze question yake achipana. DJ Holy, bvunza question yako. Ndikuringa muruzinzwa. Right, he didn't answer. So that's what he does. Every time I phone him, he doesn't answer. Then he goes out and offers a challenge. Basa. Munhu wa Nick Mangwana. Nick Nezuro. Zidzoro. Zidzoro. That's what I want to say to him. Actually, can I need Zidzoro? Ndikutamba nempana uyu. Anabasa naye Sterek, but just playing with him. I don't pane phone. Hey, DJ Holy. Should you say? Hey, what should I do? Hey, chibvunza mubvunzo wako tinzwi. Chii chauda kuziva pamusoro paNyoka Mabunu?
Nyoka Mabunu akapiwa information that asina kubara futhi has been arrested again in court.
Masunzwa nani? Masunzwa nani? Ko wadi kufonera ini ndandiri mukoti wanu? Yeah, unotaza pachannel zvese iko zvinotiri live. I'm just coming out of the court. Anything yoda kunzwa iripo pachannel pedu. Hey, you're accurate. But all I'm saying to you is information yoda kubvunza iko zvino. You can ask me ndokupa zvese ndandiripo and I was with the lawyers.
Okay.
Yes, apane zvoda kuziva.
Yeah, there's a lot. The first thing that we want to know is what happened to Nyoka sport.
Okay, so when he was abducted on the first day, vakamutorera phone yake, and then they kept him for a day and a night. And then the next day, they left him at Randburg police station. Then he appeared in court and went back to the prison cells. When he went back to the prison cells, they said someone beat him up and there was a raid in that cell. Then they took the second phone. So he didn't have a phone, but there is an advocate, an attorney who has been seeing him. Anon's advocate, Chris Machingura, is the one who's been helping him. Before Isuta Nezuro, drama my lawyers too, and today we're going to probably add an advocate. So he was beaten on, I think it was Friday or Saturday, but he has healed already. I saw him, he's looking well, and I've shown the guys here some pictures.
And then the other thing also, can we confirm what these are state agents or it's just thugs around or it's European people? Can we confirm that?
No, it's not thugs. It's state agents. I have specifically confirmed with the people when those Yawariku state, and the people that were sent here were they are actually still here in South Africa. They were waiting to take him to Zimbabwe, but the extradition has failed today. But there is actually a team right now in South Africa which was waiting to take him to Zimbabwe. They've been here for the past 3 days waiting for him. Could I extradite to Zimbabwe? And they wanted to take him. But according to the attorney, if you are inside of, if with the case in South Africa, that case must finish first. Then the extradition case must start. So they've now asked for these two cases to run parallel. The extradition case and the two fraud cases. So the people who took him in Port Elizabeth, they are known. Yeah.
But the other case, the fraud case, those are not the real case. They are just like frames so that they can deport him.
No, there are two cases.
Yeah, I know the one is for immigration, the papers, but the lawyers, they sought that one already.
No, they didn't sort it already. They didn't sort it already. So let me explain to you. There's a fraud case here in sofa. What a fraud case here must tens. Pose later extra din yekuti munhu akasentence wakudhara must come and serve. So there's no hapana chakagadzirwa. The Zimbabwe government has rejected the papers that were given by, so those papers, his ID, passport, and birth certificate. The Zimbabwe government, they say those are not his papers, the original papers, they are fake. So in court today, the prosecutor stood up and said those papers are fake. They are not the ones that, so he's not the person on those papers. And so I think we've covered that portion.
No, I think it's fine. I just received a warrant of arrest for him. I think I'm good. I'm good. It's signed by the magistrate. I think I'm good.
Okay, I'm displaying it. It's from Interpol. That is Interpol. Interpol arrested Nyoka in court today. That's why I'm saying this says our receiver. Because in lawyers actually. So I'm actually standing with the lawyers when these things are happening, and this is I am with the lawyers. So anything you want to ask, you can ask me. And then on the 9th, I want you to fly from Cape Town. Wosanga court on the 9th.
Okay, I'm seeing the date. I don't have a problem.
All right, so on the 9th, me and you at court.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, Iribo.
Okay, well, thanks.
All right, guys, so we've covered DJ Wally. Nyamzio, how are you, Nyamzio?
Come back. Zuri
Say. We need a quick answer because we're not talking about what's happening. What do you want to know?
I know. So come back. Chegutanga, extradition, as far as I'm concerned, only works or it happens in the matter where Arudiwa for a crime, Yarfana answer to Zimbabwe. Not kuti the court to Zimbabwe had to conclude or dara, you see. And then extradition does not just happen like a click of a finger. It's a whole process. So the extradition, a whole year. You know, so it's not as fast as you are putting with the extradition of faster. So that won't happen, you know. And then two,
yeah. So let me answer your question because we're not aware. So I want to answer you. I didn't say good Famba faster. They thought Famba faster. So they had a team here. Karameda kubvunza nditi. Bunzai munhu anonzi mutuling movie.
Okay, no.
So
you said Nyoka.
So nyaya iri panapa extradition paper display iko zvino. I displayed. I'm not talking theoretical. That is the warrant of arrest that they have.
Hold on. Because I want you to answer. You said Nyoka was adopted and it. If these guys were released and pay people, you know, that's my question.
I didn't say there's unpaid people. I said they're states.
Okay, those state people, why don't Zimbabwe?
I don't know.
So you see, so for me, there's also another red flag. Was Nyoka really taken by the state people, or it was someone from South Africa? You know.
Yeah, so those are theories. I'm only going to answer what I know. So I can only answer what I know.
No, but you said Nyoka was abducted by the state and he made some noise. And that's when and two, I'm also want to make a comment was you are saying Nyoka over the weekend. He was tortured and it. So I told you Nyoka is a miracle boy. He's been tortured Friday and Saturday severely. Today, Nyoka Tobo. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense because I don't think South Africa will allow anyone to come in and torture someone, an inmate, are in prison. Azubude.
People have been killed in jail. Yeah.
No. Gamba, let's talk about Nyoka. Let's not talk about people. Let's talk about you both. You said Nyoka was tortured on Friday and Saturday. Today, you see Nyoka is fine. You understand? Apart from my facts, you see, but I doubt.
Okay, but all I'm telling you is what the attorneys have told me. The attorney has confirmed it. You can go to the prison. There's a record of it.
No. You could have spoken to the attorney. One brings all these questions on camera. You see? Because
I know they don't want to answer these questions on camera. They don't want to answer it on camera, but you have to trust me because I'm the one who was at court with the attorneys.
Trusting you. If you bring things with facts, we'll trust you. But if you bring half-baked things, it's not necessary to follow you and to trust you. You know, we want to follow you.
If it's okay, you cannot trust me. It's fine.
No, make us.
It's fine. I'm saying don't trust me. I'm giving what I was told. I'm giving what I was told. I don't want to go into an argument about trust or not trust.
No. I'm saying you.
No, don't trust me.
We want to trust you. It's
okay.
In my face to trust.
Okay, so what do you think happened?
No, I don't know, but from you. You know, I don't know what happened.
Okay, so because in my attorneys, let me tell you what the attorneys said. Yes. They said on Friday, someone entered his cell and beat him up very badly. They were then called by the prison. Kuti Nyoka has been beaten. Then they went to the prison. And today is Wednesday. Here is the picture of Nyoka today. I'm showing you now. Let me go back to the pictures that I have. I'm not telling you it's theoretical. Just give me a second.
Saturday.
He's strong.
I'm blind.
I'm just saying the guys who are seeing. The guys who are seeing.
That's what I'm saying to you. You said, in your reporting, reporter, what Nyoka is looking fine, quote, is healthy as well. So I'm taking what you're saying, you see? But
Okay, so what you want me to say? You want me to say he's not
you
well?
could have said Nyoka was heavily tortured on Friday. To court today, he was looking against strong, but he still had my bruises of the torture that he faced. But you came and said he's looking strong. It doesn't make sense.
But he
It
said
doesn't
so.
add up.
The attorneys went and he said so to them. I sent attorneys yesterday. He said to them, I'm feeling fine. He's okay now. They tortured him on Friday, and the prison called. And they went, and then yesterday they went again, and he's feeling fine.
Okay, Gabak.
So
Anyway,
as far as I'm showing you now,
we'll keep just following Tono to say. After all has been said and done, we just need the guy to be well, to be safe, and to be okay. That's what we just pray for at the end of the day.
All right, another question. You type it.
No, for me, okay, let's just finish it all because I've got so many questions, I'd prepare my questions,
I will ask one more.
I got you. All right. The other thing was, you say the last time you said Nyoka had no papers. Then you said you had Nyoka's birth, his ID, and his passport. You understand? Then the other day you came and said, Nyoka has got asylum papers. And I'm thinking, no, when I did my research, asylum does not take overnight. Asylum is a process. So now I'm wondering, Kambaka but Nyoka and my papers. I would in my birth, my ID, Nyoka. Out Nyoka has got an asylum papers. I don't know.
Okay, let me clarify. Nyoka, when he was caught, he did not have any papers. Nothing.
Yes.
When he was damned at court, he had nothing. So the lawyers went and made a request to get documents, and family members sent documents which were submitted to the jail. And then these documents were then taken to court. When they arrived at court, the court said, we want to confirm those documents. So they were taken to the Zimbabwe embassy. The Zimbabwe embassy then said, no, these documents brought are fake. They are not real. They then produced a passport, Nyoka, the Zimbabwe embassy, or whoever is in government, and gave it to the court and said, here is document, passport Nyoka is from 1977 with the full name, Wellington Masiwa. However, Nyoka is saying, that's not my document because his birth certificate is from 1987. 1987.
Okay.
The document that the government is given is from 1977.
Okay.
So there are now two conflicting documents before the court.
Okay, Gamba, where my question is for me, there's a good. You said you've got Nyoka's documents. Then you said Nyoka had asylum papers. So I was like, Ayaka, this is not possible. Because I think you came this week and you said Nyoka an asylum document. And I'm thinking, an asylum paper, as much as I did research, it takes close to about any time from about 4 months to get that document.
Yes.
Overnight.
So let me explain the asylum.
Yes.
The asylum application was done by the attorneys, but when they did the asylum attorneys, the attorneys did the asylum application. It was then found out that the passport or document they used to apply is a criminal record and is the wrong document. That's why they abandoned that whole process here, asylum.
Yeah, but do you know, Kuti, you cannot apply then for asylum once a warrant of arrest has been put upon you. Do you know that?
I don't know. I'm not saying.
You have to first apply for the both. Once what is in a warrant of arrest, you can't apply then for asylum.
Okay, I don't know about that, but I'm telling you, the attorney, I can give you, because you're a journalist, I'll give you the attorney's number. Then you can phone him.
I don't have the attorney's number. Because the country that would want to grant you that asylum would be saying, Ayoga, you criminal record in your country. You're not running away from all these other issues. That's what I'm trying to say. But it's either you get to a country, you're clear for asylum first. I'm
not clear. So let me explain something. I'm not a lawyer. So I'm checking what the attorneys are saying to me. And this is what they've said to me. So an application for asylum was made, but that has already been abandoned because the South Africans are saying this person had a criminal record under the document that was given by the Zimbabwe government. So the asylum is not going through. Chasara is what I'm asking, which is to do a high court application to move from the magistrate court to go to the high court. That is what is required.
That's my last comment, Gamak. The lawyer Abu Dakati, Nyoka cannot be extradited to Zimbabwe, due to the death sentence. But the death sentence again was abolished in Zimbabwe recently. You get what I'm saying? So extradition at this time, unless the lawyers have a very good technical loophole that they figure out, because extradition is going to be possible because the death sentence was abolished in Zimbabwe. You know, if you follow the issue, Alistair Banana Jones, you understand that? The lawyer's argument was the same thing, but that thing was abolished. You know.
Okay, my understanding is that the death penalty was not abolished.
It's abolished. Gamba, could you
no, I'm saying according to my discussion with the attorneys.
Go on Google right now. The death sentence in Zimbabwe was abolished.
No, I'm not refusing. I know what you're talking about. They are resentencing. But I'm saying to you, according to my discussion with the attorneys, these documents, the extradition, they are seeking the death sentence. That's what I've heard.
Who's seeking the death sentence?
The Zimbabwe government.
No, Gamba, there's something wrong because an extradition document you cannot seek a death sentence because death sentence is abolished in Zimbabwe.
No, but you're putting me through a legal argument. I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah,
I don't want to pretend to be a lawyer or to know
what you're saying. Yes, I'm basing things based on what you're saying. Because
yes,
you cannot
so
do
not what I said. What the attorney said. No, what the attorney said, not me. So the attorney said they are not going to allow Nyoka to be sent to Zimbabwe because he's going to be subjected to the death penalty. He's also going to probably get just killed.
I'm saying, Kuti,
his life is in danger.
The death penalty was abolished in Zimbabwe. So there is nothing. The death sentence cannot stand in the.
So are you saying Nyoka is safe to go to Zimbabwe?
Unless the lawyers have got a very good loophole that they figure.
No, I'm saying, are you saying Nyoka is safe in Zimbabwe?
No, Gambakwe. Don't contradict this question. We are talking about the issue, Kuti. The lawyers are saying there is a death sentence in Zimbabwe, but the death sentence was abolished in Zimbabwe. The courts look at facts. You get what I'm saying? They don't look at emotions. Courts are not dilemma facts. So if we're looking at this issue, let's dilemma facts, not emotions. Because my emotions, we're going to mislead each other. Let's look at facts. The death sentence was abolished in Zimbabwe. So technically, yet death sentence does not work. Even as much as he's not going to be safe, but the death sentence was abolished in Zimbabwe. You see? But issue Nyoka.
Okay, let me simplify it for you. If Nyoka goes to Zimbabwe now, they'll kill him.
That's it. For me, I'm saying to you, Gambak, let's look at facts. The death sentence in Zimbabwe was abolished. So when the court in South Africa is handling this case, they will not say, because Gamba will say they'll kill him, or Ndigi said they'll kill him. They'll say, as long as the Zimbabwean government abolished the death sentence, I don't know, you see? So if we look at facts, guys, we'll help each other, but to get us some emotions, we'll not get anywhere. You see?
Okay, I take your point. I take your point. Let's wrap up.
Yeah. It's not like we want Nyoka to be back in Zimbabwe. We want Nyoka to be safe. We want him to be okay. But for Batsarana Pachuk and Padan giving each other information, if we give each other good information, want to know Batsaran.
Okay, it's fine. I accept the information. That's why we put you here, so that you can help us. And this security, that is holy. Holy is always criticizing me. And I've called you. I've even opened the floor for everyone.
Yeah, but
yeah. So what I'm saying is you have the point now. You made your point. I've balanced what I said and what you said. I'm sure everyone now has the correct information.
Yeah.
So, Mkoma, let's now bring this to an end. Is there anything else you want to say before I let you go?
No, it's okay. For me, Gambakwe, when you report, bring facts.
Yeah. So I was at court. I think I brought as many facts as possible. I was at court. I brought pictures of Nyoka. I brought the extradition document. I brought the lawyer.
I'm not saying you didn't facts. Nobody, generally, as a journalist, if you give as much facts, people can follow the story. And people can
I'm not a journalist. I'm not a journalist. You must understand something. I'm a blogger and a media company owner. So in English, Renda uko kuma extreme. Imi ndima journalist. Nana ndima ma journalist chayo. In I will never win an award winning what because I'm this journalist.
I'm not a journalist. I'm a radio personality.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I'm not a journalist. I'm just a radio personality. No,
All right, that's cool. I think in Nkoma we've
thank you so
covered
much
it.
allowing me on your platform. Have a good
Yeah,
day.
thank you very much. I'll give you a call.
Keep well.
Sure. Right. I think everybody, we've covered everything. Let me just recap so that we don't get lost. We said there's a man called Swanda from Bulawayo who has reported Nyoka. He said in 2014, he had a deal with Nyoka, and the Nyoka was supposed to give him some sofas for $25,000, and he didn't deliver. Then there's another man who said the Nyoka sold him some stands, and he didn't deliver. He ran away with the money, $4,000. And obviously, we've got this extradition case which has come from the Zimbabwe government. There's also the case which has got fake documents. Who is Nyoka? Is he the real man that he's saying he is? So that is the case that is in front of the court. They've all been joined on the 9th of July. We're going to have the hearing again. There'll be another court case at the same court. If you want to go, you let me know. We'll let you know where to go. It's very difficult to track the courts, but don't be afraid. The Zimbabwe government has got no right to kill you here in South Africa. If they attempt it, I'm going to personally walk to office of President Ramaphosa. I've got the numbers of everyone here. I'm going to phone Mnangagwa. If someone tries to kill me, I'm going to phone Mnangagwa when you come to attack me. Deny a number of Mnangagwa. I'm going to phone Auxilia. I'm going to phone Sean. I'm going to phone everyone. I remember Mnangagwa. The moment I see anything strange. But first, I'll walk to office of President Ramaphosa. And I'm going to walk to DA office and look for Helen. And I'm going to walk to EFF and look for Malema. I'm not going to allow it for these agents to be walking around here as if they're in Zimbabwe. They must not do operations here. So our Zimbabwean agents, they must leave. And I understand, Kuti, there's a team right now which had came to collect Nyoka. They must leave. Tidizo Stabasa, Munum. Ngavaitire kuZimbabwe, that's why takatiza. Kuti mimi kana muchititsvaga amutibati. So kana muchida kubata vanhu, mirai kuZimbabwe, muzotibata tawe, not kuuya kunoku. Mazvinzwa here matsikoma angu ane shavi reku-abductor. Go and abduct in Zimbabwe. Don't come here and abduct people. We're going to make sure that the moment you do anything, if we catch you on the camera, we're going to send your pictures to President Ramaphosa. Bonyara. Right, I think I've covered everything. I really appreciate all the help that you've given us. Guys, you won't believe it. My flights between Cape Town and here cost about $4,000. Times 3, they were paid. The deposit that we paid was paid. Advocate was paid. First appearance, second appearance was paid. People are just donating to this thing so that we make sure that Nyoka doesn't stay in jail. But as I said, we need to go to the High Court and move from the magistrate's court. Then you'll be out. Right, I would like to thank all of you for watching. And I'll see you again tonight as I cover other stories. Extremely tired. I haven't slept since yesterday because I had to travel. And General Edward, Mkoma Mageds, I'll have to aid you later because I'm tired now. I have been going for hours. I can't do it. I need to break. And if you want to contribute, WhatsApp that number. And I would like to thank everyone who helped. There are many people who are helping behind the scenes. Let's continue to help and make sure that Nyoka goes to the High Court and leaves the Magistrate's Court as soon as possible. And that application needs to be done on the 9th. So we need to have at least some money by then to give the advocates, because an advocate is required at the High Court. I'd like to thank Malahlela Attorneys, Inc. Good job. I'd like to thank Advocate Chris. Advocate Chris has done a great job. He's a great man, and he's doing this at almost no cost. Advocate Chris Machingura, amazing job that is done. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and a good day to you all.